wave at the giraffe.
Hello, Mr. Giraffe. Now there is going to be another one coming up on the left, who is another Maasai giraffe over here, standing right by this tree over here. Getting a mid-afternoon snack, it looks like, getting some food. Oh, and there's one in the road as well. These guys are both Maasais. Wow, lots. And then way back there, that's a reticulated giraffe. He has more of a net-like pattern on their coats. Reticulated comes from the word reticulata, which means net. So that describes the pattern on his coat. And then there's one more reticulated over on the island on the right. You can really see that net-like pattern. And they can get between 18 to 20 feet tall over there. Now we are approaching part of the reserve up here that we call Monkey Point. Now Monkey Point got its name from a group of mandrills who decided to live over here. So maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see some of those mandrills today. I will certainly keep my eyes out for them. Let's see what's going on. Alright. Well, it's looking like these mandrills like to hang out over on the left. And mandrills are the most colorful monkeys in Africa because of their colorful faces and behinds. But the rest of their body is kind of a grayish color, so they're really hard to see. Back by the wall, back between the... Yep, way back there. You guys have good eyes. Alright, well... I have heard that if I head on up this way, that I might be able to see some elephants up here. So, everybody wants to see those elephants, so let's check it out. See if we can find some of those guys. Oh, yeah. Alright, well let's head on up here. I haven't normally gone this way, but everybody tells me that we will see some elephants. So, let's check it out and head on up the road, see what's going on. I'm going to give her a little bit of space, the truck right in front of us. Let her head on down the road.
Do you want some water?
No. Look at that!
Yeah.
I found a hole.
Yep.
Maybe what's that hole for? Mom, what's that hole for?
Alright, I think that's enough space, so let's check it out. See if we can find some of these elephants up here. Oh, well these aren't elephants, this is a bridge. Okay, bridges are not my favorite thing, you guys. Especially this one, it looks a little bit old for my liking. So I am going to take it pulley across, just because they make me a little bit nervous. Alright, we're doing fine. Almost there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. We're going to get out of here, you guys. I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. There's the front back half. I was there. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go. Not okay. Didn't like it. Oh my gosh. I knew bridges made me nervous. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. Well, check it out. We are in the red clay pits in here. On the left and over on the right, those are tusk marks left by the elephants. Elephants love the red clay pit in there because the clay has a beneficial mineral in it that they love to eat. So let's check it out and see if we can find some of these elephants out here today. It does look like they're going to hang out over on the left, and I do see some. We're going to get on around the brush because I see them just on the other side of these rocks out here. Let's head on around. Now, one of the greatest threats to these beautiful elephants out here are actually humans. Illegal hunters or poachers hunt these animals for their tusks, which are made of white ivory. Now, we are doing everything we can out here on the reserve to help, and you guys can help as well by learning about some conservation efforts. And out here on the reserve, we are studying these elephants' vocal patterns, so that way we can better understand how they communicate with one another and how we can communicate with them. Check it out on the left. There is a beautiful elephant back by those rocks back there. Now the tusks that you see on the elephant, actually male and female attain those tusks once they have reached a certain age. And I'm gonna head on down to their watering hole down here and see if anybody's hanging out. Let's see what's going on. Alright, is anybody down here? Well, shoot, no. Oh, well, we did find some greater flamingo coming up on the left, hanging out on this island over here. Now, these greater flamingo are born more of a gray color, actually. But because of what they eat an animal called brine shrimp. The brine shrimp have a chemical in it that turn the feathers on these flamingos pink. These guys out here are the lightest shade of pink of any flamingo. And I think they have the best balance because I always see them standing on one leg over there. Alright, well, what do we find? Oh, well, there are some mud pits up here. Now, sometimes when I see these mud pits, I know the white rhino can't be too far behind, so let me keep my eyes open for those white rhino around here. A lot of times white rhino like to hang out and play around in the mud because that helps keep their bodies cooler. So I will certainly keep my eyes out for them around this area. And even though great efforts have been made to protect these white rhino, they are still being hunted and poached today for their horns. Those poachers then resell those horns on the black market where they are extremely valuable. So this is an ongoing and constant struggle between the poachers and the conservationists. Now coming up on the left, we do have some cheetahs, oh, and some white rhinos. Found these white rhinos, guys. Now the cheetah, I see him. He's towards the middle of the hill, and he is laying totally flat to the ground. He looks like a log back there. Now the cheetahs are the fastest animals who can run at about 60 miles per hour, but only for very short distances. Now, hello, Mr. Rhino. Now you can really see how massive these guys are. They are pretty huge. Check him out. There's also one a little bit farther away from us on their left as well. I knew they were around here somewhere. There we go. Alright, now coming right up in front of us, this huge rock formation up here is called a kopje. Now big cats like lions like to use the kopje because it juts out over the grasslands, and that way they can totally check out everything going on around them and can better protect their pride that way. So let's check out what's going on around the kopje today, see what we can find. Now these lions tend to sleep or totally be inactive about 18 to 20 hours out of the day. So they are only active about 4 to 6 hours. Which sounds like a pretty okay life if you ask me. Sounds pretty sweet. Yep, check it out on the right. There is an ostrich back there. We'll get on around and maybe we'll see him in a better view. It's over on the right though. Alright, well let's see if we can see anything on the kopje over here. And it is actually the lioness that does the majority of the hunting. The male gets to stay behind the majority of the day to protect the pride.
He's up by the tree.
Anybody over there? I don't see anybody. Sorry, guys. But over on the left, these are the warthog burrows over here. There is a warthog just out for us getting some food. They are pretty cute, aren't they? I think they're pretty cute. On the left, now the warthogs are the largest burrowing mammal in Africa. There's a couple of them over there. They use their snout and their hooves and their tusks to burrow the holes like you see on the left. Now, also coming up on the left, these are some ostrich eggs on the ground, which can weigh up to 3 pounds. And then there is an ostrich over here on the right in that dirt road over there. Now the ostriches, oh, and there's another one coming up if you can't quite get a good view of him. There's going to be one more coming up on the right in the clearing over here. Yeah, you heard me talking about you, didn't you? All right, well, these ostriches are the largest flightless birds. And even though they cannot fly, they can run pretty fast. They run at about 40 miles per hour. Oh, and there's on your left. I did not even see her. So check it out, either side, left or right. They are right here. They run at about 40 miles per hour when they want to get up and get moving.
Another bridge.
All right. Oh, I see some zebras up here, you guys. Wow, a whole bunch of them. Check them out. I see them on the left, scattered all over the hill over here. Now, these zebras are actually black animals with white stripes. You can tell by looking at their noses. And these guys are so unique. Each pattern on the zebras is uniquely different to each of those zebras. Just like the fingerprint is different for each of us, each of the pattern on their coats are different for the zebras. They are pretty remarkable as well. Within the first couple minutes of being born, they can actually begin to walk. And then within a couple hours, they can begin to run and keep up with the rest of the herd out there. So they are pretty remarkable. And we are reintroducing those zebras back to this land out here. Those reintroduction efforts focus on bringing animals back to a land they once thrived on, but no longer did before. So that is very cool that the reserve is getting to be a part of some of those reintroduction efforts out here by bringing back those zebras. And it does look like, you guys, that we have reached the end of our trek together.